Hello. Nice. Welcome back. Let's continue with this. Where's my pen? Are you guys here? Number one. Okay, nice. Now, let's continue with this. So, Windun. This is, I think the normal usage of Windun is like the wind trigram. Wind trigram always talk about rumors, gossip. Okay, this will then turns into become transferring message, or vice versa, because both of this is actually like both end, transferring a message. Yeah, Windun is used in this way. Windun is also spreading fake news to attack the enemy first. Okay, spreading fake news to attack the enemy first. Or you're trying to secretly lead into the message to your spy. Yeah, more the way to use it is like that. So Windun are specifically attached to the palace itself. Okay, that's why this is related to the wind trigram. Yeah, because Xingua is actually the wind trigram are related to this. And wind trigram are related to rumors and gossip, transferring message. Yeah, wind trigram also related to delusion door, which is studies, and also assistant stars, which is related to research. Okay, yeah. So when these two guys, okay, are standing here, spreading the informations, utilizing its way, okay, yeah, and then these two will then become superior. So Yitwood is the one that most likely Yitwood is the one that give or provide the message and rumors. Okay, Ping Fire is a bit different. Ping Fire is like showing off its skill to people. So normally when we use Windun, we use it currently, we use it for marketing, for social medias. Okay, nowadays we use it for social medias. We use it for personal branding, company branding. Normally we will use Windun. Okay, and can Ping Fire be used in this way or not? That will be also another question, right? Yeah. What does this actually teach you? Yeah. What does this actually tell you about? Really allow you to know the hidden informations of it. This allow you to understand that the palace itself, okay, provide that particular energy flow. Yeah. If you guys don't know, Yitwood, Ping Fire, Southeast Palace, okay, and also the Ting Fire, these three guys, these three noble, when it was landed on the Southeast Palace, they got a special name. Okay. I forgot the name, yeah. So let me go and find it first. I forgot the name. You see, prosperity. Yeah, that means they are prosper. They prosper in the Southeast Palace. Yeah, they prosper in the Southeast Palace. Why they will prosper? Why these three relate to that? So you say star prosperity, you got sun sun prosperity, and then you got moon prosperity. Yeah. Why is it they will prosper? One of the reason is because when you're looking at the Qimen War, the palace itself is like the hidden place for the three nobles, okay, to execute, to show off that these three persons represent the kingdom, represent the empire, to help the Jah managing the place. So when you are in Windun, that means all these three persons get the ability to do something. Yeah. And it also indicates that Windun, this trigram, have something very special with this palace. If you understand, you understand, yeah? Because there's a lot of secret behind Qimen. When you learn like this, there's a lot of things is hidden behind. The Southeast Palace is also indicated as Opportunity Palace. Okay. When the three of them is there, they get their recognitions, they get their opportunity to execute, they also get the ability to spread their power and their authorities to everyone inside the kingdom. Yeah. So when you understand that, this means that any Yikping thing actually landed here with good doors. They are a very good, they are very easy to influence people, very easy to get their recognitions. People acknowledge them. Extremely easy to go into that path. Yeah, so that's why this will explain why that it was highly rated to spreading news. Okay, beneficial for marketing, advertising, publicity, and attention. Yeah, so here mentioned wind palace produce spreading fire. But if you look into that, it is a wind that blow, because wind trigram is like that. It blows, it builds attractions, it builds rumors, it builds news. And it's very easy to spread to everyone, and the person recognize you if you're landed on the right palace. Okay, so wind don't actually go into that path. Yeah, now, any questions with this? Everybody good with this? Very high end, yeah. Actually, spread. Telling you like this is very high end. So when you get into your chatbot, so let's say the bot itself. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, because the bot itself, okay, let me share the bot. So you get home, you got Qimen formations, right? So whatever that I tell you just now is actually being put inside the, I myself actually put the descriptions in. So when you see the Windun, it will give you the dates. Okay, I'm not sure how many people are using it. Sometimes it just come out. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't allow me to go for that. Why? Okay. So at the bottom part, you see the guide. The guide will also tell you what does that actually means. Yeah, these formations is associated with rapid spread of informations. Okay, energy or influence. Yeah, creating momentum, gaining attentions. Everything is here. Okay, so whatever I tell you just now has been summarized to this. Yeah, so that's why this is good to use when you're trying to do TikTok, YouTube, Facebook Live. You want to make sure that you get spread out. You want to try to do this in a way. If you are using it like me, I'm consistently trying to do something right. So I'm not those that actually brings certain fast result, fast way of informations. I'm those that show you how it can be done and how it brings effect. Then most likely you're going to use Bing Fire. Because the origins of the stand, the functions of it is Bing. Bing Fire actually brings consistency. Yitwood is the one that do storytelling. Okay, do storytelling, yeah. Yeah, travel to the southeast indicates that is strategic execution. Okay, strategic executions. Fisher was saying that why not Gui Water? This is one of the reason in Qimen. If you learn Qimen War, you will then understand that Gui Water and Ren Water is the end of the Qimen War stories. Ending. Okay, so when you learn 八字, Gui Water is miss. But if you learn Qimen, Ren and Gui actually is ending of the story. So when you learn the war story, you will then realize that when you look into Gui Water, Gui try to block everybody. Not spread, yeah. Gui try to block everyone. Ren Water try to spread rumors to stop everyone and to put fear into everyone. Okay, put fear into everyone, yeah. So when you Ren is storyteller, Gui Water is actually the cultivator. That's the way that I give you a keywords, yeah. Yeah. So the stem meaning in Qimen all must related to Qimen War, not like 八字. Yes. If you learn the formation, it tells you in that way. If you learn the Qimen War, it tells you in that way. Jia, all problem are meant to start from Jia. That's why the war happened. That's why I say Jia is not a good person. Okay? And then it ends with Gui. So the war will go into the middle part when Geng metal use the GF. Okay, use the GF means that because GF is a cause of Jia unable to manage the kingdom. The story I tell you yesterday, right? So when GF is the problem, but when Geng met with G, what is that supposed to mean? Geng at the top, GF at the bottom. You will then realize, Geng then realize that this is a nobody. And this is the time when Geng turns around to protect GF back. So this is where all the war stopped. The war stopped when Geng meet with Yitwood. but Keng still continue in the formations. Okay, it's a sequence, yeah. When you learn metaphysics, you learn it as a sequence. It's very easy to understand. Yeah, so when Keng meet with G, Keng then realized that GF is just a weak person, a weak concubine, that the king doesn't know why, want to protect this concubine. Yeah, when Keng stepped in to protect, then Keng realized that he did a lot of wrong things. That's why in the Qimen, Keng meet with G is the noble under suspicions. Is it called noble under suspicions? Yeah, when Keng realized that there's no longer useful to go into the war, no longer need to go and fight against the king, because now the problem is very obvious. GF is the problem. Okay, yeah, the story, that's why the story very important. Okay, I don't think I will redo the story. It's very crazy. I don't think I will redo the story. Yeah, so the Keng and G is like that. Yeah, so then of course this is the middle of the war. This is the middle of the war. Then when the war actually stopped, not middle, it's like 70%. So after Keng will meet with Sing Metal. So Keng stopped the war, Sing Metal unable to accept the whole thing, because Sing was supporting the brother, which is the Keng. So Sing retaliate. The worst thing happened is Sing continuously attack. So when you look into the formations, 100 formations, yeah, Sing Metal is the only formations that is all inauspicious. Sing Metal is the only formations that all of it is inauspicious. Okay, none of it is good. When you see Sing Metal problem, Sing Metal formations, yeah. Okay, then you move into Ren. When you move into Ren, the war already ended. So Ren is trying to spread the news. How bad this king is, how bad the Keng is, how bad the Ting Fire is, because each one of them actually go through some problem and unable to solve the problem that lead into the war continue. Yeah, so the three noble got some of the sequences they are not good, and that become a weak point for the rainwater to keep on talking about them, sabotaging them, bringing fear to the entire citizen. Yeah, so rainwater actually go into that part. Then only you lead into Gui. Gui is the one, because Ren and Gui, both of these are what we call, these two parties are the one that doesn't really care about citing who. Okay, included the Wu and Ji. Yeah? Okay, including the Wu and Ji. So Ren and Gui actually have that kind of the end point. So when Ren finish up the storytelling, people doesn't believe the Ren. That is the end point of Ren water. Okay, when Ren, in the end of the Ren meeting with Gui water, the formations Ren and Gui. This is very interesting, yeah, because if you learn like this, it's very interesting. When Ren and the top meet with Gui, Gui is the last stem in the formations of Ren. When Ren meet with Gui, that is realizing that everything needs to stop. So whenever you see Gui water, the meaning of Gui water in all the formations, you can summarize them. Gui water indicate stopping, end of everything. Don't fight anymore. Let's put a stop. Yeah, the way Gui water stop everybody is to put the mist so that everyone can forget. Everyone is blocked on their view. Okay, block their view so that they can no longer see the enemy to fight with the enemy, and everyone can reflect what is it happening. Okay, everybody reflect what happening. That's why I call the Gui water the cultivator, because Gui always cultivate everybody. Stop, reflect, stop, reflect. That's why I say I don't see the chart as all formations good or bad. Yeah? I don't see good or bad. I see why they are like that, why they indicate like that. Yeah, that's why you can do something. Now, when I tell you like this, later on, all the formations will reveal themselves. This is the best thing about it. It will reveal themselves. Why that you got the deity fate are related to Gui water. Yeah. Why is the deity fate become a Gui water? Yeah. So that's why when the end of it, right, then you see that, okay, Gui, why Gui cannot become Windun? This is one of the reasons, the biggest reason. Yeah. So when you see Gui water landed on southeast, is actually six quite striking punishment and graveyard. Gui and Ren, both of these landed on southeast is not good. Because this is the place where opportunity and authority actually comes up. Of course, behind of it, the meaning behind of it are related to the 12th growth. Okay, related to 12th growth, yeah. Yeah, that's why I cannot use. Okay, yeah, when the wind blow the water, blow the mist, everything saturated. Yeah, so you're saying any way to help sing metal, normally is only consistency. Yeah, now, that interesting, right? Okay, so that's why the war, before you learn the formations, you need to learn the war first. Why it called white dragon, ferocious white tiger, what is called this, what it called that. There's a reason of it. Okay, now, Cloud Dun. Okay, Cloud Dun, yeah. So Cloud Dun is cloud. Cloud means is like the meaning of Gui. The cloud is meaning of Gui. Yeah, every time you see Cloud Dun is actually like a Gui water come and stop everybody. The meaning of this, yeah. So these structures is tell you that to use for reflections, self-improvement, is totally like a Gui water. Okay, but there's no Gui water in here. Yeah, it's talking about yeet wood. Okay, so it's super good for those who thinking for change to good. Basically, structure is about self-discipline and changes for good. Okay, favor educations. Yeah, if you learn the Qimen war, when Yeet meet with Sing, yeah, there is a story about the Yeet wood is going through a journey to help the kingdom. Okay, this is the moment when Sing Metal realized that, the Yeet would realize that it was being attacked. Yeah, this is a 7 killing. 7 killing attack. Because when Yeet meet with Sing bottom is a 7 killing attack, the top. Right? Again, now this formation is like the Tiger Dun. When the Yeet wood meet with good doors, the good doors support the Yeet wood. Yeah. So you being going through, the story is actually like Yeet wood going through, meet with the king when Yeet meet with Jia. Okay, Jia give the position, give the instructions that you should find other people to come and manage the kingdom. Then you get a Fuyin situations where Yeet meet with another Yeet wood, don't know what to do with it, right? A Fuyin just talking, nothing happening. Yeah, and then Yeet meet with Ping, find the first person, meet with Ting, find the another person. Yeah, so these two is very prosperous type of formations. And then Yeet meet with Wu Earth, another good things happening because money flow, right? But when Yeet meet with GF, because GF is a problem. Yeah. So the journey of it, realize that, okay, this is the problem. I need to counter this person so that the kingdom can run well. Yeah, that's why I go into Earth Dun, if you remember that, yeah, to stabilize, want to stabilize the situations. Okay, but then after meet with Ji, then Yi meet with Geng. Geng come to attack. Yeah, so when Geng come to attack, Yi would realize that the problem the GF have, and then go into the Geng, realize that why not let Geng attack? Yeah, now this is where betrayals actually happen. Yi with me Geng, betrayal happened. Yi with me Geng, Yi lost itself. Because Yi combined with Geng, okay, too technical. Yeah? Yi combined with Geng, combine, become metal, that means no more wood. So sacrifice for the greater good. So there's a betrayal happen. But after the betrayal, yeah, meet with zinc metal. This is where the Yi would realize, okay, this is not the right move anymore. The betrayal happened and realize that whatever that she did become a weakness. Okay, in Chinese we call it the some sort of the things that people hold you into. Then you did something wrong, and somebody keep on holding you into that sense. Keep on saying you are bad. Keep on using it against you, like blackmailing you. So when you would meet with zinc metal, that is what happened. Yeah, and when that happens, somebody blackmailing you, this is called green dragon escape. You keep on trying to run away, but you cannot. This already goes together with you. This is you. You did this wrong at the first place. Yeah. That's why at the first, when you learn Qimen Wars, this will be very good a story to tell. And then, of course, when meet with good doors, you realize your problem. You do reflections and self-improvement. You realize that, yeah? This Southwest is also the karmic related palace. Okay? Karmic related means that whatever that you did wrong before will land it on this palace. So whatever karma, whatever the things that you did before will land in here. But if you persevere, if you put yourself in resilience again, you do your reflections, you are then changing into moving forward to become a better person. Now you sit down, everything gone. Of course, you're going to re-improve yourself. There is the meaning of the cloud dun. Okay? Yeah? There's the meaning of cloud dun. Yeah? That's why it lead into these states. So Kungwa itself, the palace, the meaning of the palace related to everything that in this particular world we landed on that palace. This is the rebirth palace. This is where everybody that all those that passed away will landed on this palace. That's why here have the southwest have the death door and also the grain stars. Yeah. Okay. That's why you go into that. Yeah. So this why when you learn Qimen itself, Qimen teach you back what it's supposed to mean. It teaches you back what it's supposed to mean. This palace, what is the function of it? That palace, what is the function of it? This palace, what is the function of it? It already give you. It's just that do you notice it or you are not noticing it? Yeah. So that's why this is what we call the cloud dun. The cloud dun, yeah, is because of certain betrayal already happened before, right? And you feel so bad with that. Now you do a reflections. While you're doing it, now you're using the door to make yourself move forward. Become a better person. Try to not to think about this anymore, right? So, that is the energies. then you realize that it's good for self-reflections. Once that you go self-reflections, you will then reach enlightenment, of course. You will do self-enrichment. And of course, you will do cultivations. Okay? Yeah. So that's why. Wow. Is it a nice story, right? Yeah. This should be written in a book. This is written in a book. Yeah? Next time, the things I tell is a storytelling class, not like this. So then you get the deity dun. Okay, then you get a deity dun, yeah. Women's stories. Okay. So these structures most likely are related to spiritual realm. Yeah. Why both of these can do such a way? You see, the deity dun are related to ninth heaven. Yeah, the deity dun is related to ninth heaven. You can say both of this person, every of the three nobles, actually, every of the three nobles have some sort of betrayal that happened. Okay, some sort of betrayal. The story actually has some sort of betrayal. So Pink Fire also meet with Sing Metal. The betrayal happened. Yeah. Pink Fire not really got a betrayal. Okay. Now, why is it that we have to mention about betrayal? Because once that you get that kind of situations, you need to set back off your life. You need to set back your life, yeah. And you need to reconnect back your purpose. Okay, reconnect back your purpose. And where it is that you find this actually? Where is it that you find this? By doing some reflections of yourself, correct? By repurpose about what is it that you're trying to do right now. What is actually the real goal that comes out from it? Yeah. So deity dun is like asking for answer from the ninth heaven. Okay. Seeking for the answer, seeking for the higher self, the higher purpose, greater goal. Yeah. But when you're seeking for it, you are connecting with the higher intelligence. Okay. So deity dun, the structures is like that. Connect with their spiritual realm for prayers to be answered by the universe. Is because that these two, the Bing, okay, the Bing fire itself and the Yitwood itself, both of these, okay, go through certain betrayal. And to do so, to find back what is the most prosperous thing for them is when the door is actually the good doors for them. So Yitwood required to be stronger. Bing fire required to be having more vibrant or life force. Okay, with the appearance of ninth heaven to see the purpose of it. Okay, so when you look in these two go through betrayal. Okay, Think Fire no. Jiawood also no. Jiawood is the one that having fun all the time. Okay, no need to do anything, yeah. Jiawood is entitled. Okay, entitled for things, but when he pass on the things to others, these people happening all this. Some betrayal happen, right? Yeah. So that's why these two to connect self. So when you use this, normally deity dun is really visualize what is your purpose actually is. To find higher purpose. Okay. Samdun. We call deity, but it's actually called samdun. It's all called soul searching. Okay. Normally, this is really for soul searching, but with the intentions of what is the true purpose of this. So if you got a certain goal that you feel this is the right way, you will then manifest with this to reach that. Okay? Yeah? Now, this one, not much of story to tell. The last one is more. This one is all betrayal because already mentioned just now. Okay? Now, then you get this ghost dune. Yeah? Ghost dune. This is where stability actually combine. When you see 9 Earth, it's all stability. Okay? When you see 9 Earth, it's all stability. And your 9 Earth landed on the northeast. Northeast got its own part. That's how we say southwest. Okay. Yeah. Is it somebody saying him? Yeah, it's actually good for cleansing and grounding. Okay. It can, because to balance yourself. What does it mean to balance yourself? If you got negative energies with you, to balance yourself means now you balance out the negative energies. Okay, you balance it out, yeah? Now, I want to tell you something special about this northeast. Okay, so southwest is where all people, when everyone die, okay, the end point of everything, yeah, the end point of a life being, you're going back to southwest. The opposite, northeast, is actually what we call the ghost gate. Okay, opposite is actually the ghost gate. Okay, so for cleansing, normally you better go to use the you can use ghost dune or ghost fig. Okay, most likely ghost dune is more into they got a little bit of this mystical way of function. Got a little bit, yeah. Got a little bit of mystical function, yeah. So when you look into ghost, the ghost gate, northeast actually related to that. Okay, somewhere is when everything pass, it will land it on there first, and then to go through the rebirth. So very hard to say this, yeah. Some of you guys will not realize that it's hidden like this. This one hidden knowledge. Okay, hidden knowledge. So after that you pass, you then go through the center point, and then go to the ghost this ghost gate. Okay, it also represents the hell gates. Normally people house facing northeast, sitting southwest or opposite directions in a DE line. Your house have high chance of haunted. Okay, have very high chance to become haunted. Okay, especially the center hallway is a one straight line. Okay, especially, yeah. So when you look into ghost dune, it somehow relate to this particular mystical related energies. Somehow related. Okay, so when one's use the 9 Earth at here to connect, means that you help to balance back, or you help to cleanse, you help to put everything back to earth. Okay, so there's some sort of mystical related here. Now this will also teach you a lot of things actually. If you're somebody who know how to use this, it also related to cutting off not just curse, maybe somebody else spell. Okay, maybe somebody else things to you, or you can also use this as mystical art to put it back into somebody. That's why you see the structures mentioned that is more aligned with wishes and also law of attractions, is because this is a bit mystical here. Traditionally was used to write charm and cast spell. Yeah, these sectors have this power. Okay, these sectors actually have this power. Yeah, so that's why the one that can really use to connect and understand. It's very important to you to learn the STEM. Yeah? Connect and understand. Yeah? You would know how to connect, think fire, know the structures, and step. Okay. And then you were supported by something special in here. Only this one looks special. Yeah. So in Goldstone, it's actually used in this way. Now, in Art of War, this means you're borrowing whatever mystical art from here to create confusion, to create unbalance to certain people, yeah, to create the environment that is actually related to mystical arts. So borrowing the ghost, borrowing the illusion, yeah, to scare off someone. Because it's like this. So when you know how to connect, you know how to link them together. If you know the step, because think fire is those informational one, right? You know how to bring this forward, okay, to maybe not what we think as mystical art, but it can be the way that one person understands the other person in a more in a more, when you understand one person fear, what is it you're going to do? Let's just say the other person, the enemy, you know what they are fear of. What you're going to do, you will use back the fear to create the confusion for the person. It's like one person scared at the number of 666. You keep on creating an environment that let the person keep on seeing that, right? That is what the real life practical move, yeah, for ghost doom. Yeah. So you can also use this to bring balance to yourself, to cut off, to see through the illusion. But first, to use this, you must first know the Yitwood, which connect the dots between each others, any informations. Okay? And think fire means that use facts and data. Yeah? To bring balance yourself. So you can use Ghost Doom to do that kind of understanding. Yeah, but of course they got mystical related in here. Got a lot of mystical related in here. Yeah. Now, any questions with this? Is it interesting, this part? Yeah. Yes, yeah. It teaches you back the usage of the palace, yeah. Some of the palace got this special function. Yeah. Now, if we use the art of war topics, you use the art of war topics. This is where Yi and Ting escaping into. Okay. This is where Yi and Ting escaping into. Ting fire in here is actually graveyard. Yeah. Ting fire in here is actually graveyard. Graveyard means the ability of this Ting fire are now more into the the underground or the buried way to use. So some of you might not know, because Ding Fire in here is a graveyard. Yeah. You see, according to the formations, you hardly see a Ding Fire appearing, except for the deceptions. This is already 9 of the Dun, yeah. Ghost Dun is the last Dun. And the last Dun only you can see a Ding Fire appear. And when the Ding Fire appear, actually not into that part, not into a very good part to use. Okay, yeah. Now, this is very interesting. You learn nicely. Okay, deceptions. No, not deception. Yeah, Priscilla, there's the meaning of it. So hardly we use ghost dun nowadays. Hardly we use ghost dun. We are more normally when the practical one in real life is to put confusion to the other party. Could put confusion. Yeah. So you are playing something behind. You know what they're scared of. You know what their desire of. It doesn't always need to be scared. Yeah? Sometimes emotions is a drive. Desire is a drive. Why Yit Wood and the Ting Fire have this kind of power? Because when you look into Ting Fire, you know in the Mandun, Ting Fire understand people, right? Correct? Understand people, know how to filter, know what is your talent is. That also indicates that you know your enemy, what their desire, what their emotions, what they are lustful on, what they are fear in, and what they are anger on. So when we want to use Ghost Toon to attack like a Warcraft things, right? You need to keep on creating all this to make this person busy or scare or weaken this particular enemy. Yeah. So normally Ghost Toon people, I don't think anyone will use it except me. I use Ghost Toon to, I'm not use Ghost Toon. Okay, but it's part of the practice. Okay. If the illusion can be put to others, can the illusions also put to yourself? Part 1, if you agree. If yes, it doesn't always have to be others, right? It can be also on yourself. So when the delusion or illusion, okay, both of these, yeah, is being put to yourself, how is it going to benefit you? This is always the practical things, right? It doesn't look nice. How does it make wish come true? It mentioned about wish coming true, right? Yeah. We talk practical, yeah. Not practical, not nice to use. Correct. Yeah. It's a structure aligned with wishes and law of attractions. Because when you use it, you use the illusion for benefit. Yeah. Then it will be beneficial to you. How is that so? Yeah. Mindset. Okay. Yeah. Maybe use illusions to erase sadness. Yes. Maybe use it to look into another angle. Maybe to strengthen your imagination's power or your visualization's power. Okay. What is the most practical one that you can actually find? When you go to all the business and wealth changing mindset class. What do they tell you all the time? What did they teach you all the time? If you want to become a rich person, the first thing to do is to change your mindset. Correct. Yeah? Change your mindset. See things that is beneficial. See things, everything is money. Correct? Money is you. You are the millionaire. You are the billionaire. Correct? Yeah? So when you have an illusion that can strengthen your subconscious mind, changing your mindset to focus that making money is easy, becoming happy is easy. Yeah. When I see a flick of a colors, if I focus on certain colors, I will feel good with it. Yeah. And then, of course, your life change. Okay. That tells you it aligned with the wishes and also aligned with the law of attractions. Okay. Yeah. But when I tell you that the Northeast is there, is some sort of mystical, that means you need to somehow create that illusion. Yeah. Illusion, of course, not delusional. Okay. Illusions created your manifesting power. Can we say that? Yeah. So the ghost stone actually have this the power of this. Okay. Even though that the situations is bad, it doesn't have to be bad. Okay. Totally depends on how you put in the perceptions. Yeah. So it's either put illusion to you or you put illusions to others. That's why it is a charm or casting a spell. If you understand. If you can imagine of that, is also a charm and casting a spell. Yeah. When you write a charm with intention, this charm give you the intentions that this is going to bring you luck. It will change your subconscious and your energy. It will raise your energies to look into certain things that only brings you money. It will also go into that way. Okay? That one, yeah, maybe not all people like that. Okay? Now, 5 faith. Now we will see the appearance of others' doors. Only in the faith, you will see the faith focus more on the doors. Yeah, of course, the deity will change. You see, heavenly faith, scenery door. Earthly faith is delusion door. Man faith is fear door. Deity faith is harm door. And then ghost faith go to death door. Isn't it interesting? The death door related to the southwest. Yeah. All of this, it was made in that way. Okay. So heavenly faith. This is the usage of I would say lying. Yeah. Yeah. Goldstone is actually on northeast. Yeah. Southwest is everything landed there. That's why if you look into cleansing, actually use south is a ghost faith. If you're cutting karma, you want to let your karma pass through, it's actually the ghost faith, not the ghost stone. Ghost stone most likely is for illusion. Okay? That's why I say not really ghost stone. It's more likely it's a ghost faith. Okay? Now, heavenly faith. Normally this is in Chinese we call blow water. Okay? In Chinese we call blow water. I think in English it's called shooting the breeze.
So yeah.
係啦。Yeah. Heavily fake is related to that. Okay. Yeah. In Chinese, we call open is here. Yeah. We call it blow water. Why blow water? Because this tree noble is using scenery door to paint a very good related scenery for everybody. It's giving people the ideas of the future. So heavily fake means you're actually trying to fix something. You're trying to, is another word for deceptions, actually. It is another word for deceptions. Okay? That's why when you learn Qimen, scenery door always relate to what? Something nice at the front, but behind we don't know what it is. When you learn scenery doors, yeah. Okay. So these structures, it always say fostering peace, getting off the bad luck. Why? Because you are trying to fix the whole thing at the front by giving people an ideas about what is the winning situation. Okay, so heavenly faith also can use to go and borrow money. Because it's like fake promises that you're telling, okay, I actually have this this work going through. This is going to come back and give me the the profit, and I'm able to pay you back. Okay, so when you look at the jig painting, this is the work of the three noble. Yeah, so in managing a kingdom, yeah, sometimes the war is happening. What you need to do? The king is coming to attack. There is somebody sabotaging outside, externally. There's talking about the G-Earth is bad. The king don't know how to manage the kingdom. Of course, when the citizen is going to go into chaos, learning about all this news coming in, what is going to happen? Everybody is going to be in panic mode, and nobody will be under ruling. Correct? So heavenly faith is like a news that somebody like a noble, like somebody authoritative standing at the top, giving people the ideas, where is this coming from? What is our future? What is our step? Even though, okay, it doesn't have any base, the person still can do it. That's why I say it's like in Chinese we say blow water. Okay, so what is the functions of this? When you can beautify everything, of course you can selling proposal to angel investor. You can sell anything to everybody with this, because when you use this, you need to know that you need to tell people the future. Okay, you need to tell people the future. Yeah, you're gonna promise them all this. You need to beautify the thing. Even that you don't tell them the bad thing, you can use these structures. You know, people who are doing sales, it doesn't need to tell people the bad things, right? Only tell people what they need. Only tell people what they can get from, but never tell people what is it the other thing is. So when you use this is how you want to use it. Okay? Yeah. That's why when you see this is mentioning that brings the reward from future, so that the one following will get the visualizations and take actions. Okay? How many faith is focusing on that? Yeah. So the function of it is ask for favor, ask for win-win situations. But for me, I tell you is promise people the future that is possible to happen. Yeah. Okay. So that you get the negotiations done. You get people under your company under control. That's why you command them. Yeah? Most likely you use heavenly faith is to tell them, okay, this is what is going to happen and this is it. Yeah. And then everyone will follow. Okay. This is very good for people who are doing you're trying to get votes, you're trying to win people's hearts, right? You try to win people's votes somehow. Politicians' usage is very good. When you say something, someone just believe it, even though it's without facts. Yeah? Okay? Yeah? Now, why is it good for advice? Yeah? Because other people also can tell you the fake thing. Okay? This is earthly fake. Most likely this structure is to hide. Okay? So when you learn the three deceptions, we talk about the three deceptions, right? Correct? We already say that six harmony, great moon, and nine earth, they are very good into understanding people, know how to escape or nurture or appear like nothing at all. Yeah, you appear like nothing at all. Yeah, these three deity actually have that function. Yeah, so then you come with, you understand the movement, means that when you're hiding, right, you saw somebody moving, searching for you, you know that the person will do that. If you have six harmony, you know that where people will go to find, what is the directions they will go into. If you are a great moon, you will know which is the best hiding spot. People that will not go there. Yeah. If you're nine earth, correct? This is, you totally know how, when you just know where is the most safest place where people less expected you to be. Correct? Sometimes people in Chinese will say the best hiding spot is actually just beside the person. So nine earth actually can do that. Okay? Nine earth actually can understand that. Yeah? So you get a delusion door means that the purpose and actions that you're doing is hiding from that person. And you see, this is the lock. This is weakness. This is, and again, understand people. Yeah? Like this, yeah? So why is it this good for investigation? It's because all of this very easy to check on people behavior. People behavior and also people intention or the directions of them. Yeah, because hiding means you need to know that if authorities is going to find you, of course, they are going to have certain directions to look for you, right? They cannot go and search everywhere in the earth, right? You cannot search from everywhere on the earth. So when you're using earthly faith, you somehow know that, okay, I should be in this place. Okay? So when you're using earthly faith, you also know that you understand when someone is trying to do something like waving the tail, you know that the person, what is the intentions of that person? Even if you saw the person's eyes is moving around, looking into others people, the directions of their sight is, you will then understand what this person is doing. Earthly faith provide you that. You want to do concealment, you want to hide because you understand what others is doing or how they is going to do their search. And because you know that, you know how to hide. But to understand that person means that you already did your investigation. You already did your part to understand them, which is the delusion door. Okay? So most likely earthly faith is to hide. Okay? Unless you want to go and investigate something, then this is one of it. Okay? Interesting, right? Yeah. Then we got man faith. Okay? So I told you, right, just now, I say rainwater is the one that always brings fear with storytelling. The threat that was mentioned in Qimen formation for rainwater is because someone is in fear. Yeah, to put somebody in fear, you need to give them the story to be in fear. So man faith is about rainwater together with the fear door. When the rainwater now know how to use fear to bring the visions out of it. Yeah. So most of the time, this is to influence somebody. Okay, influence somebody, having a conversations with someone to bring fear to the people, that person. You can also say this is used to brainwash somebody, okay? Or you put a fear to someone until the person provide you with the information that you need. Man fake. Yeah? So normally this is to influence. If you're going to use this for social media, you can also use this. But this one only to brings fear to people. Yeah, especially you are a feng shui master or you're a Chinese practitioner. All the thing in the metaphysics is to avoid disaster, correct? So when it was avoid disaster means that you need to come up with fear. This is the negative part of your life. Let's talk about this more so that you feel fear and then you will come from me for consult. And then after that, I put you more fear so that you can fully trust me in that sense. Okay? Now you know, yeah. That's why I tell you that the Qimen war story itself, at the early stage, the Qimen war story, the rainwater is the best thing in fear mode. Yeah, even though it's ending, yeah, it put everyone in a stop. It put everybody to be in a state of fear that people would not dare to take another step forward. But this fear can be used to influence people, pressure people. You see, pressure, make people into scapegoat, yeah, or use this to escape. Yeah, so when you have rainwater means that you actually have this ability. Now, in Qimen Destiny, this is very interesting. The things that I share with you guys, if you look into your Qimen Destiny, your day master is like this. And then you realize subconsciously, you got this superpower. Subconsciously, you got this superpower. Yeah? Now, any questions with this? Edmund Solvers. Yeah. All this, whatever that you learn from these 2 days, something is very special about them. It can be used to build up your skill set. Okay, all this, yeah, it can build up a skill set to you. If you are somebody that needed some of the skill, of the energies of this, then you should learn. The ghost dune is very good for people with artistic approach. Okay, we're very good for artistic approach. Means you do painting, you do arts, you do musical arts, right? You are actually in metaphysics line because metaphysics can consider an arts itself by storytelling, like what I did to you guys right now. Okay, goldstone can be used to build that talent, maximize it, change it into a very high skill. Okay, that you own it. Okay, if you want to do selling, pitching, you want to put an emotions to somebody, then Goldstone is actually one of it. Another one is this man fit. These two can help you to enhance your ability to tell somebody things, influence them by words. Okay, it would be good in that sense, yeah. Okay, JSA got recording. Yes, got recording. Yeah. Now, the next thing, dative fake. Okay, you see this few guys. After that, you go for the thing. This few. Okay, Think Fire is the one that understand everything. GF. GF most of the time is the weakest person in the Qimen chart because it represents weakness. Okay, Grey Water represent cultivator, the one that stop everybody, right? To force stop or make people take a pause. I call it the cultivator. Yeah, I call it the cultivator. Yeah? So when you look into a harm door, when that this few person, okay, this three related step is going to use the harm door to do something. Yeah. These three are highly related to self-cultivate and improvement and enlightenment. These three particular steps, highly related. Because you look into the Qimen wall, you will know. Yeah. One of it is a cultivator, is this one is more like a Grey Water. Enlightenment most likely is the Think Fire. And improvement is always the GF. When this tree using the harm door is trying to hunt for something, okay, or is aiming for something, focusing on something. But what they're focusing on this: cultivate, improve, or enlightenment. Yeah. And then you will see that the sixth harmony in Great Moon and the ninth earth, you know all this is related to people. Yeah. So when all of this is about internal and you are aiming for improvement, cultivating, and enlightenment by rediscovering what people talents actually is, but because of internal, you are seeking inside of you rather than external. So dative fake in here, it indicates that you are trying to seek inner peace. You're trying to reignite what is the best thing inside of you. What else that you can be? Okay, what else you can be? So that's why this one will always go internal to seek for something. It's a very good for spiritual works. And because of internal seeking enlightenment, you will also cultivate into the higher power. This is one of the formations that to use to cultivate intuitions, to cultivate third eyes. Okay, this is one of the formations, yeah. To rediscover means that if you're practicing energies, this is the one that allow you to go inwards. Okay, yeah, planting the seed, building the foundation for spiritual energies. This is all inwards than you. Yeah, this one are not related to making wishes actually. Yeah, but you are now seeking inside of you for the superpower that internally of you can do. Okay, but most of the time, because of what that you yourself can bring forward, the result, this enlightenment that you can bring forward, somehow it looks like a wish. Okay, it looks like a making wish. Yeah, develop higher self. Okay, now, interesting. That's why when you learn that, yeah, then you go into this, then you will find it out. Yeah, now, then you see this death door. Same explanations, but that one is aiming and focusing and trying to dig something out. This one is trying to end something. Seeking internal and ending some of it. Okay, because you come with the death door. Yeah, okay. Easy explanations for this ghost fate. Most likely when you use ghost fate is to eliminate negative energy, karma, karmic cleansing, okay, trauma, okay, Ting, Ji, and Gui. These three, and the sixth harmonic great moon and ninth earth, really about how understanding how people works, how this inner self actually comes out. Okay, yeah. So when you go into a death door, that's mean now when you realize something wrong with you, you can now release it. This is only when a person realize they got something wrong. Most of the time, people don't realize. Okay? Yeah? Now, yeah, I think I have to stop here, yeah? I don't want to talk the three noble. Cannot stop that one. Any questions coming from you guys? Wiki, yes. If you're using manifesting, so if you know that the energies is the usage of this, right? You should sit down, back face. And when I say that this is more internal, then you should go into internal of you, inner of you, to seek, to feel, to sense where is the negative energy is there, where is the trauma. So when you got the trauma, you might feel, this is very hard to go into meditations, but you need to go to that trauma and give it a stop or give it a release. If you don't get it a release, you need to get used to it. Get used to the trauma so that you don't react to the trauma anymore. Okay? Most likely, it's like that. If the trauma is a thing. Yeah? Somehow this also can go into deep emotion to let out a good cry, to release the emotions. Yeah? Because sometimes when we feel bad, we suppress it. Suppressing it is not a really good for our body or energies. Correct? It's not really good for our energies. When we suppress it, it's not really good. So when you use this ghost fate, you can sit down, back face, and let out a good cry and let it off. Yeah. So a lot of people will say that write down whatever that you feel bad in the paper and everything, the trauma, the people can cause you the problem, correct? You can write it down and then you burn the paper as a form of releasing. So you can also backface the ghost fate, the usage of it, yeah. Because we're talking about this, right? When you're using the deity dun to achieve a higher self, you need to look inward again and how to find miracles and blessing that happens to you before. When is the time that you feel the most magical of your life? Most blessing, most magic that happened to you, the moment that you feel the most, the greatest moment that you connected with the higher universe or higher being, When is it the timing that you feel that? And at that moment, you enlarge that feelings. Yeah, you enlarge that feelings. That's how you do it. Okay. So when you want to use it like forecasting, then you will know that, okay, this is the thing. You get a ghost zone, something need to get N. Who need to get N? Internally, something need to be N. Maybe it's your personal desire towards something that it doesn't serve you. Okay, when you get a ghost tune, yeah. When you get a deity tune, most likely is telling you that is you might need to seek to become a higher self to look into this particular problem. Okay, when you get a deity tune, yeah. So most of the time you will see that all this they are linked together. Some of the formations can come like 7 formations all together. How to use? Use only one. Focus more. Everything here that you learn these 2 days, what you should focus into, tell me, in the formations. What is the main attribute you should focus into? Is it the deity? Is it the doors? Or is it the stem? Everyone? What you should focus more? Nobody answering me. Stem? What you should focus more? You should focus more on the stem, not the doors. Okay? Focus more on the stem. Forget, yeah? The basic of Qimen date selections is the stem, door, and deity. But actually, the most important thing is to focus on stem. Because the stem tell you what to do. The stem tell you the end point of it. The stem tell you what you should be practicing too. If you realize. Okay? All the 9 stars, all the 9 dunes, 5 feet, 6 battalion, is all relate back to the stem. If you can research a lot with the stem, then you will then realize that, oh, the stem is the usage of all. So if you understand them, easier to use. Like the gui water that I tell you. Like the rainwater that I tell you. Yeah? Traditionally, it is not good to use them. Traditionally. People don't like to use them at all. Right? So can we use gung metal? Can we use zinc metal? You can still use. Yeah? You just need to know what are their attributes. Okay? In the Qimen chart, in the Qimen walls, for me, I think the worst stem is zinc metal. Because according to the wall, this is the guy that relentlessly fighting for the wrong thing. But you can't say it's wrong. When one person focus on a goal, the person should not give up the goal. Yeah, but of course, in the scene in the Qimen, the goal is to overthrow the kingdom. Yeah, and zinc metal is just a tiny little stem. The impact and effect of it somehow lacking. Somehow lacking. Yeah? Any more questions? You guys find this interesting? Should I do next one the 100 the Qimen War stories? Ling will say very, yeah. Should I do a Qimen War story next time? Yeah, this war story can never end, yeah? I won't say yes. Yeah. So, yeah. Any more questions coming from you guys? 八字. 八字 have to think. 八字 is also another interesting. Okay. Somehow I change the way to explain them. Okay. Which I use more? I think nowadays I'm like I don't know. I already internalize it. Okay. So if STEM is actually important, then basically all Chinese metaphysics are linked fundamentally to them. Actually, yes. The way that we learn metaphysics somehow is being, like I say, everybody is one the shortcut. So one layman terms, one fast result. But then we forget the beauty behind of it. Can I say it like that? We basically forget the beauty behind of it. This is the essence, correct? This is the beauty. Yeah? Agustin say, yeah. I think Agustin also very sleepy with that class. Yeah? So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this. Give me some comment on this. And of course, the purpose of this is to let you guys realize what you can use with the board. Right? This is one of the real purpose of it. Yeah. So some of you guys who are yet to subscribe and you guys want to know more about the board, please join the group. You can ask a lot of questions inside, and I will be there to let you know what you need to use. If you've got any questions, any directions that you want to use it, I will be there to actually guide you guys. Yeah? For you to do that, yeah? Tomorrow got class? No. This is it. I'm going to keep this the three nobles for other times sharing, if possible. Okay, but it doesn't look much. Okay, so thank you to everyone joining this. If you guys are interested with that particular divine manifesting class, do join for that one, because that one will be another special class. It's going to be brain damage. Extremely brain damage. I'm not saying normal brain damage. It's going to be extreme brain damage, because that class are talking about energies, magic of this universe. Okay. I'm going to upload that later on in YouTube. So do check the YouTube later on. Okay. Waiting for annual class. Yeah. Thank you. See you guys. Goodbye. Good night. Have fun. Goodbye.